Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we are back in the Brock Bourbon Bar and we're drinking a little bourbon and whiskey or whatever, some random stuff here. I don't even know. What are we drinking over there? Bulleit? What, Nick? What do you got?
Well, first thing we're doing is this Wigle, the City of Champions out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then the second thing we're going to be drinking is the newest release from Bulleit is their Bottled in Bond that they had just released just about a month or two ago. Actually, just last month.
It's like the 7-year Bottled in Bond, right? Something
like
that?
Well, no, it's NAS stated, so they're not saying that there's an age, but on their press release, this first version that has been released is 7-year.
Okay, then it is age stated. It's just not age stated.
It's age stated in their press release, but nowhere on the bottle.
Well, that's just dumb. It says when it was distilled, though, right?
Let's see here.
I thought somewhere on there it says 2017.
2015 or 2017 or
yes,
something?
no, it says from the 2017 distillation season.
Yeah, so that makes it 7 years old.
Yeah.
Yep. At least for this version, their first release.
Gotcha. And then the Wigle, which... I don't know. Mail calls are weird, like I always say. And listen, I appreciate when people send me whiskey. We love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. But that being said, this one, for one, it says the best things come from Pittsburgh, whether it's your favorite sports team or this bourbon, which is made with regional yellow dent corn, malted barley, and heirloom wheat.
Oh.
I wonder how Terry Bradshaw didn't get in on that.
I don't know. He probably should have. If you've tried Bradshaw bourbon.
All right. Terry, I did not say that. That was Scott's.
I'm waving my terrible towel. Anyway, so we're going to try this Wigle City of Champions bourbon first, and then we will move over to the Bulleit. So grab a glass, get a sniff. Let's see what you got. I will say the bottle is reminiscent of those old apothecary type, what are those, the little jug bottles or whatever they're called?
Yep. Also Breckenridge. This is their bottles. Yeah, this is their bottle style.
Breckenridge.
So the initial nose is very corn forward.
Yeah.
Well, that is some high corn porn right there, dude.
I'm going to quick see if I can go to tech support and find out if I can find out the mash bill on this.
It is very corn forward.
I know,
it says it's 4 years old, though, at least, so 4 plus.
In the color, it looks a little peach iced tea in color.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a great description. Peach iced tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at you, dog. I was going to say I thought I was didn't really miss you that much, but you just throw off peach iced tea.
All right, bye, everybody. I'm done for the night. I have to end on a high note.
I mean, that's what she said.
So yes, corn.
Dude, that is straight up corn pudding.
But it's not the kind of strong corn where it's got that ethanol. And I know it's a lower proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've had many younger high corn whiskeys that they nose very, very rubbing-ish alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does not have that.
There's that weird alfalfa smell too.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Third whiff was all like
a hay barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Grandpa's hay barn.
Yep. Yeah, definite hay. Dried out, little dusty, little smoky. Not smoky, but one where you're walking through it and it just has that that smell on you.
Dude, the nose on this thing is just weird.
Holy cow. So now don't go anywhere with this. Now the nose is kind of tea bag. You're not a green tea or a black tea or an Earl.
There was that awkward silence there for a moment.
Barbara's thinking
that's
because
why
I'm a tea thing.
Yes. Okay. That's why I tried to premise.
This is not what I think of when I think of tea bags.
Yes, Scott. Exactly. That is why, and I looked at him, which is why my voice faded out some, to not go anywhere with it. You like the big old 4x4 pickup truck with the stainless steel dinghies hanging from the back?
I don't know. I'm going in.
All right, he's going in. So let's see what he gets.
Okay, I think that, I'm trying to match this up.
It's got legs for days, but that is corn.
Yeah.
Wow. There's the ethanol.
Super light.
It's super light, but it drinks hot for 92 proof.
Yeah.
So I appreciate when a lower proof whiskey kind of catches you off guard. It's not like a moonshine where it's got that corn, super duper corn sweetness in the burn.
It's not really a sweet corn.
No, it's
sort of a.
All right, I think I have the mash bill.
Okay.
All right.
65% regional organic corn, 18% regional organic soft winter wheat, and 17% organic malted barley.
That might be one of the weirdest mash bills I've heard of in a long time.
And I wonder what regional would be to the city.
I think in there,
I think
on the back of that dent corn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think what Brian's saying is like I'm not sure how many cornfields are in the
In the
near
city.
Pittsburgh.
Right? Yeah,
Well, I'm about to say
exactly.
there's Amish in Pennsylvania, so they're
No,
growing
absolutely.
stuff.
So in Pittsburgh is on the correct side of farming, right? It's the closest big city to Ohio, and there's a lot of farming in that area. But like, I just don't think of corn when I think of Pennsylvania. When I think of the Pennsylvania Dutch or things like that, I think of wheat.
Rye.
I think of
Yeah.
rye.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
of those grains. I don't think of corn. So I guess that's my big like mind meld or craziness that's going on in my head whenever I think about that piece of it.
I also didn't think of that area of the country really having barley. But if they say it's, I don't know, I'd be interested to see where they're from, 'cause that's pretty
Well,
cool.
they didn't say that the malted barley was regional. It was just
Organic.
just it was just organic. Now the two things that said was regional was the corn and the wheat.
Okay.
It was, and they were specifically saying winter wheat, which
Yeah.
is extremely different. And I've not known anything that we've ever drank before have that winter wheat, specifically the mash bill. I don't know what effects that would have versus regular
Yeah.
wheat.
Yeah.
So they have tasting notes for us. They have 4 words. They have 2. One is cinnamon, which is pretty standard.
I was about to say cinnamon has got to be one of them because
Yeah, black-
that's the only baking spice I get. And then you get a little bit of pepper, but
Yeah.
but it's just heavy corn.
Yeah, they say black currant, and then this last one is the one
Okay.
Then the last one is the one where the nose, where I think it connects. They have birch, so that nose is very. So birch, it's almost
Oh, I know what birch is.
Yeah.
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 but it's what is the place out of Colorado? Oh, it's very similar
Like
to aspen.
aspen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I go back to the nose in this, that thing that catches me off guard very much is that aspen, or what would be that birch nose.
Aspen-esque, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, birch is just I don't know.
So it's a little.
No, I'm thinking about like when birch trees bloom because we have 2 in my mother-in-law's backyard and that smell is very distinct, but this is not reminiscent of that, I guess is the best way.
Yeah.
But I've never licked a birch tree, so I don't really know what it tastes like.
You've never
'Cause
licked
that
a
was
birch tree?
No, I haven't. I try not to lick trees as a general rule.
You got to try it. It's good. It's good for you. I am perplexed by the nose because like the birchy thing, like I get where that comes. It to me just doesn't follow through, like on the palate itself or the finish.
And like I said, it would be different if I like smell that flowery note that comes off of
Yeah.
a birch tree when it's blooming and it translated to this. It doesn't. Like what you're saying is, yes, it reminds you of aspen, which I understand that.
Yep.
I don't get birch. Like that's where I'm confused.
I'm saying just the wood itself, not the beauty, not
Gotcha.
the blooming of the flowers.
I mean, you can almost get some off the nose if once
Okay.
you get past the
So-
corn, it's like almost some cedar.
So are you like 7 years old and you're going around scratching, sniffing trees, and like that's how you know what a birch tree smells like, Brian?
Well, yeah. So as a kid, we would peel them.
You would peel a birch tree.
Yeah.
You would go back and peel the little. Because they flake off,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely, yes. And then when you have that on your hands, like that's the smell.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a little green, a little. So in words of a banana, like a little
Listen,
bit, a little bit ripe.
These are memories I don't have, so therefore I'm trusting
Yeah,
you for
yeah,
this.
Yeah, you have field greens, and I
Yeah,
do not have field
yeah.
greens in my memory.
right, and that's fair.
Like I have lard. You have,
Chicago.
yeah,
'cause
you.
I'm from Chicago. We
Yeah.
ain't got no field greens in Chicago.
Well, no, we have green onions.
Yeah.
That is what Chicago stands for, and the long Indian given name to what created Chicago.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
yeah.
History lesson.
All right. Yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Different.
I'm also going to come back to it after we have our next one, just to see if because to me,
Yeah.
whatever is on your palate is going to change what you drink next.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bullet. 7-year bottled and bond bourbon.
Yep, non-age stated.
Non-age stated,
Yeah.
but it says it was distilled in 2017.
So, but I wonder if they did that as a marketing tactic, and that if you see bottled and bond 4 years in the front, you think just a 4-year whiskey, whereas you see bottled and bond with no age statement, you actually pick it up.
Yeah, because it could exceed 4 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think this initial one though, they're trying to get the popularity out of it, and I would imagine that
Why would you not tell people you have a 7-year-old bottled and bond though? Like that is going to make me want to buy it
well, I think
versus a 4-year bottled and bond.
but I think the thing is that they're getting this out, and I think this is actually some of their first distillate from their new location out near Frankfurt, because they had moved away from that Stitzelwettler location, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So I bet you this is some of their first distillate from there. But I would say that I don't know if they could keep up with the 7-year.
Right.
We just don't know. Yeah. I think that's the reason why they're not putting it like, the Heaven Hill 6 or the Heaven Hill 7, because they don't know if they could keep up.
Oh, so you're thinking like they didn't want to, when they ordered 50,000 labels, they didn't want to put 7-year because they don't know if they'll be able to keep up with it.
You're right.
Then it's also like another TTB. And if I had a chance to wait a little bit longer to get a greater aged, I might not buy the 4-year off the shelf. But if I did, so I've seen that, and I've actually picked it up off the shelf because I didn't see an age statement in the front. So it piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, this is very heavy rye. Like the nose was like a little bit of fruit, a little bit of caramel, and
I get a lot of
little
sweetness.
bit of baking spice. Yeah,
sweetness, almost molasses.
Yeah.
The sweetness. I get a little sweetness on the nose.
I'm a fan of the nose. It is some sort of
but it's very rye forward on the palate.
It's some sort of a sweet spearmint gum, but it doesn't get all minty all up in your nose like some spearmints do.
True. Yeah. Okay. I can see where you're coming.
Yes. Yeah. Where it's pleasant.
I mean, it does.
Yeah.
Scott, what are your thoughts on mint?
It depends on what kind of mint.
Yes. Yeah. So for those of you listening, Scott has a very not opinion. He's got feelings of mint and rye.
So does Nick.
So, I mean, I love rye. I love certain types of mint. I'm just not a peppermint person. I don't like really necessarily peppermint. And then what's the other really strong mint? Winter mint.
Wintergreen.
Yeah, wintergreen mint.
That clears out your sinuses.
Yeah, that's the stuff that like clears your sinuses. Like I'm okay with spearmint, especially like double mint gum spearmint, like that sweetie spearmint.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other mint is when like that Andes chocolate mint.
Yeah,
like that's got enough sweetness. And
a white chocolate mint. Yum.
So, I'm just thinking, all the Olive Garden mints.
Yeah.
I love the crap out of those. I mean, I do. I don't care for mint, but I will eat those like no tomorrow.
Yep, he will.
Yeah, and this nose goes mint with a little bit of floral on the nose. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm. Yeah, I love the nose. It's inviting. It's not strong. It doesn't go deep into your nasal cavity. It's pleasant.
Yeah, and on the palate for me, like immediately I get a little bit of that mintiness. I get some floral notes, a little bit of baking spice. The corn does not come through, or the sweetness that you would typically get with the smell that you got. There is still a touch of a fruity note, but I can't pinpoint it because the rye and the floral note is so prevalent.
And so I get the sweetness on the palate, but the sweetness almost like a.
But it's like a fruit. I can't pinpoint it.
It's a little fruity pebbles on the palate.
Mash bill is undisclosed, so I tried to look that up.
I would love to know what the mash bill is and if it's standard with their standard bourbon release.
I would imagine it would be somewhat near their standard, maybe a different yeast string. Yeah. If they were keeping it back for 7 years, who knows?
Did we discuss the price point?
No, we didn't. What was the price point on that?
This was I got it for
$59.99?
$54.99.
Was that at a wholesale place or was that like at your typical standard?
Kroger.
Okay, got it.
What about the Wiggle? Did it say on their website?
The Wiggle was $39.99.
$39.99. Okay, that changes my feelings slightly about it. Slightly.
I think these are two different beasts here, where you have a lot more age to that, and then I think that the organic, locally sourced corn and wheat, especially that mash bill, because essentially that's a wheater.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to consider it that, because
it's absolutely a wheater.
And
it has more wheat than some other wheated bourbons.
That is true.
What was it, like 18% or 17?
It was 18, and then there was 15%. 12% malted barley.
I'm watering this bullet, but go ahead.
You're going to water 100 proof whiskey. Let me say the words. Two
proof.
Words. For science.
Oh, for science.
It is for science.
For Barbara.
There you go.
Yeah, I love the nose. Like the nose is like a solid A for me because it's sweet, it's inviting, it doesn't.
Oh, the nose opens up quite a bit with a couple of drops.
Damn you! Mine's almost empty. I've enjoyed this so much. I got another little bit of more of a pour.
I don't know if that's true. It's not that empty.
Well, to add water to it, it is.
But I would say
for Brian, it is
for 7-year bottled and bond. $54.99.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not horrible.
Not for a 7-year bottled and bond.
No,
but
not at all.
So, what are some other bottled and bonds that are similar in age if they're put out there?
Heaven Hill.
Yep. So,
and then you can get that. I mean, it depends on where you go to. You can get it. I've seen it up towards of like $59.99, very close to that price point. But I've also seen it as low as $39.99 at some of the Costco's or Sam's.
Yep.
I think the big thing about Bottled and Bond, right, is that the majority of the products you see out there that are BIB is, you down with BIB? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know me.
Are typically in that 4 to 5 year range, right? There's not a ton of 7-year-old Bottled and Bonds. You do have some.
Henry McKenna.
Yeah.
And that was 36. Yeah, I know. And that was $36 forever.
Yeah, and that's 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, and then it went to 80.
Yeah.
And it's coming back down.
I mean, it still tastes like trash at the $39.99, $54.99, $99.99. Any number of 99s that you put in front of or behind Henry McKenna is still Henry McKenna, dude.
So is it that mash bill that you don't care for?
No, it's Heaven Hill. I mean, it's all the same damn stuff.
Right,
it's
right.
Elijah Craig. It's Evan Williams. I mean, geez, Pete, dude, it's everything. Every Heaven Hill is Heaven Hill. I mean, there's not a whole lot of Parker's is the only alternate with Old Fitz.
Tell us how you really feel.
I love.
Yeah. Don't.
But that's the thing. I like Elijah Craig. Straight Elijah Craig, great. Some of the barrel proof stuff it's hot. It drinks heavy and hot. Like, it doesn't drink good.
And
some
a random
of the
Sharpie note.
And some of the Park beers are great. They're fantastic. And then a lot of your Bottled and Bond, like your 13 year, and then what's the year that you got? The one 2018 or 2019?
Yeah, it's a 13 year.
But it was
2016, 13
thing's
year
delicious. Those are delicious, just tasty goodness, right? But you will get some of those, and I've had a couple of outstanding. C923 was a fantastic.
Was that
Elijah
the
Craig
13
barrel
years? 13 years, 7 months?
I have something like that. I can't remember the age statement on that one, but I mean, it was delicious. A124 was not bad for the Elijah Craigs. Like, it did not drink crazy high to proof. Like, some of those you drink them, it says 136, it drinks 145. Like, I mean, or 128 and it drinks 137. Like, they're just hot. Like, and to me, I mean, I want to be surprised on the lower side. When I drink a whiskey that says it's 130, I want it to drink 110. Like, I want the complexity that comes with that 110 number at that higher proof.
I think that's where the artistry and craftsmanship comes in, is if you can get that higher proof to taste and feel lower proof, is where that artistry comes in.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And so what are your all's thoughts on the finish of this?
I like it with the rock. I think, at least, I didn't notice a whole bunch of difference on the nose, except for it just kind of accentuated it a little bit and brought it out a little. Yeah.
I think the sweet came out after the water.
Yes, that's why I said on the palate, the sweetness ramped up.
Yeah,
sweet mint.
Well,
like that bubble gum?
The mint, yes. I was about to say the mint turned more floral sweet mint than that like crazy hot like winter mint. So I definitely prefer it with a drop.
Yeah, I was about to say I was getting a little bit of still like a sweet. I mean, it's almost like not a stone fruit, but it's almost like a hidden dark fruit, like a light dark fruit. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it, something similar to what it'd be, but it was just it's quick hitting before it kind of fades out.
Yeah.
So let's say $50-$55 at 100 proof whiskey. There's been a lot of conversation about this just at the table.
Yeah.
And nothing's been negative. No. It's all been positive. It's all been very interesting. Whether it's with water, without. I'm
correct.
I'm a thumbs up. I'm a fan.
It's not a bad pour. It's not. It's not what I expected, because some of the Bulleit stuff I've really, really enjoyed, like over the top enjoyed. But then again, there's been some Bulleits that I've tried and I was like, well, that's a train wreck, right? Like
the ones so were they older single barrels?
They were older single barrels. And I know why I liked some of them.
Yeah.
And some of them I did not care for. But
yep, I hear you.
So that's why I said it catch 22s, right? Like memories are hard to get rid of.
So to me, like, this is something that you could pour to somebody newer into the world of whiskey. It's not going to burn out their palate. It's going to be sweet enough on the nose where it could create interest. Nick, what you got? Because I see you're chomping at the bit.
Well, I was going to ask the table. I know Barbara has, because I took her there. But has anybody else been to the new Bulleit facility and gone through their tasting?
Tasting, no. Facility, yes. Gorgeous.
Okay. No, the facility is beautiful, but we went through a tour and tasting there, and what they like to do in their tasting that's different from everybody else, they have different scented, it's going to sound bad, like almost like the cat toy balls that are just maybe only about a half inch in size, but
Scott, stop.
I know. Yeah. But they're like the cat toys, and they are filled with different, like anise or different type of floral flavors.
Yeah, they've got the different noses.
And they will pair them to, between the rye, the regular bourbon, or one of the cask strengths, and let you experience it. Like they would say, sniff this, now sniff the bourbon and take a sip.
Was it sensory accoutrements?
Something like
what's that second word?
Sensory.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that.
Accoutrements would be fine, right? It's just that's more of a tasting piece of it than But yeah, sensory. It's a sensory experience for tasting your whiskey.
Yeah,
and
it was a really unique. I mean, it really, really was.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Most people do the pairings with like either chocolate or some other type of little flavored things from a palate standpoint, to where they were doing more,
the
nose
piece.
sensory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And was that like so? Which pours did they have out for that?
I think they just had like the rye, the bourbon, and then they did a single barrel because I think one of them, whenever they did it, was something they had recently from the distillate they did there on campus, because I think we went back in 2021 or something like that.
Something like that.
Some of their first 4-year stuff was just getting released there. And so we had some of their local stuff as well mixed with their old Stitzel-Weller stuff.
Yeah, nice. Ooh. Yeah, it'd be fun to see what they would put out for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, now especially.
Yeah, because this is, to me, it's like no other Bulleit that I've had. And I've had some of the aged stuff and some of their other, like their cask strength, their originals, and this is,
Oh, no, I said I imagine that, the other lines that they've put out the single malt, and they've put out now Bottle and Bond, that they could actually put out
single
on the
malt
tasting.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then what was the one was it the Bulleit Rye, the 10-year rye or something?
They
like
had the 10-year rye.
That, that thing was delicious, right?
Yep.
So I mean,
fantastic.
So that's the thing. Like, I guess my biggest thing about this pour is I was expecting more because of the 10-year rye and because of the single malt.
Okay.
And I think that's where like it just fell flat compared to the last couple of releases that they've had.
I can see that from a comparison, but I think,
And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying in what I was expecting, because I had very high expectations because the last 2 releases that they've had I thought were very good. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's my point.
Okay.
Oh, perfectly fine. I guess that's a good thing that you have high expectations for what Bulleit's releasing. So that, I mean, if you're expecting good things, you're more likely to go out and buy those things repeatedly.
Correct.
Because you're expecting good things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just a comment on the packaging. Mm-hmm. Like I'm a fan.
It's like
it's a
Old
pretty-
West classic. It's like a dark brown background with like a copper inlay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Wiggle. I mean, I think you're comparing these two is like comparing apples to oranges.
Agreed.
I think we should
maybe
individually.
I think we should just maybe rate them, like scale of 1 to 10 where you're at. Wiggle, I'm going to go 5.2.
I was going to go about 5.75 with Wigle. Now, I think that there are going to be people out there that really enjoy this because,
it's just real low proof, and
Yeah.
I'm not a big weeded fan, but B, it is very corn centric. It is very corn centric.
It's very corn centric for being weeded.
Yes.
Yes.
Fair. Barbara?
Probably 5.5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm at a 5.
Okay.
The flip side is I love the marketing piece of it, and you know that there's got to be a huge amount of local support that is running out and grabbing this.
Yeah.
Plus, at that price point and the proof, I mean, you could probably mix it pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty affordably.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Bulleit. Man, I'm probably going to give this like a 6.75, and it's only because of my expectations of what I was expecting.
I was going to go about a 7.25.
Gotcha.
So.
That was 7.4.
Yep. Yeah. 7.25.
All right.
To me, like the nose is interesting.
I feel like Tim. I'm over here like lowballing everything today.
No. Hey, you were hoping. So you were hoping for more.
I mean, the rye was. I thought the rye was really good. Me and you. I mean, we sat and we drank like probably a quarter or half a bottle of that. Like,
So it's a half dropper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a half dropper, right? Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. In Tim terms, right? But like and then the malted was like it was good. It was solid. Like I wasn't even expecting that much out of that, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." So this to me just fell a little flat from the last 2 releases.
But the malt, were you expecting less, and you were pleasantly surprised?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
Anytime somebody gives me a single malt, like I'm just like,
So I think
Yeah.
I think this would be a good one for you if you had 4 different bottled and bonds that are all what you would say would be yes.
So I would say this. Take this Bottled and Bond, put it with like JTS Brown, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, and then Old Granddad Bottled and Bond, and then just pick another random one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Cooper's Craft isn't technically Bottled and Bond, but it's 4 years old, you know.
And it's 100.
Right. But well, they're all 100 proof, but yeah. But that's my point. Go get 3 or 4 other 100 proof whiskeys, Old Foe. I don't care what it is, and then just kind of blind them, and see what your preference is. Right, like that might be the best way of going about drinking this, because then the expectation isn't XYZ because you spent $55 for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
All right. I think that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel Talk. If you want to find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X, which is I guess that's what we call Twitter now. You can also email us at bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. Hit the subscribe button. That way you get those episodes first thing Sunday morning. This is Scott, the Brox, and B. Phil signing off. Peace.
Peace out.
To infinity.